What's going on, everybody? Sugar and Spice Topics. Well, I wanted to talk to you, especially if you're in your 20s, in high school, even middle school, elementary, up to college. Please, I compel you, please be careful about who you associate yourselves with. When you're away from your family, make sure that you are always alert, always listening, and never putting yourselves in any type of compromising situation. Do the best you can to be safe and take care of you. This young lady's name is Alexis Crawford. She's a 21-year-old, beautiful African-American woman. She is the ninth of 10 siblings, and she attended Clark University in Atlanta, Georgia. On October 30th, 2019, in the late hours, early morning, Alexis Crawford's roommate, whose name is Jordan Jones, who was also 21, said she had not seen Alexis since she drove her back from a liquor store and saw her in the apartment later that night. So this is just the beginning of what I'm about to tell y'all. I'm going to read y'all the article. In the article, just giving you a brief explanation of what happened to Alexis. Clark Atlanta University student who was found dead in a park had filed a police report describing unwanted kissing and touching days before she went missing, authorities said. The man she filed the report against is now one of two people accused of her murder. Alexis Crawford, 21, vanished from her off-campus apartment more than a week ago and was found dead in a park in nearby DeKalb County on Friday. Her death was the result of asphyxiation, the Atlanta Police Department said Saturday in a news release that cited the medical examiner's office. Police identified the suspects as Jordan Jones and Baron Brantley, both 21 years old. One of the two suspects led investigators to where her body was found, Police Chief Erica Shields told reporters. While a motive has not been clearly established, the department did take a police report from Alexis Crawford on October 27th. And this is a few days prior to her being reported missing, Shields said. In this report, Alexis described unwanted kissing and touching from Baron Brantley. Jones is the victim roommate and friend, police said. Brantley is the boyfriend of Jones. Brantley was booked into the Fulton County Jail in Atlanta on Friday and is accused of murder along with 3 probation violations and hindering person making emergency telephone call, according to information from the Fulton County Jail. He had been booked into the jail 5 times in the past 2 years, Tracy Flanagan, a spokesperson for the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, told CNN. Jones was booked Saturday and faces a murder charge, according to jail records. Crawford's roommate told police she saw her around midnight November 1st before going to bed. A police report said she was not in the apartment the next morning when the roommate left for class and the front door was locked with a deadbolt, the roommate told police. Crawford's iPhone identification and debit card were missing from the apartment. Her phone charger and keys were found inside the apartment on the end table of the couch, the reporter said. Alexis' sister said to police that she spoke to her 8:44 p.m. on October 30 when Crawford asked her sister what she planned to do over the weekend. Her sister said she wasn't doing anything, and Crawford stopped responding to texts after that, her sister told police. Her mother told police she was in good spirits and laughing when they spoke that night. The next day, the family reported her missing. Jordan Jones is again the roommate of Alexis. She told the police that she took Alexis to the liquor store, around 11:30 p.m. on October 30th. Then went back home. Said she saw Alexis around 12:30 a.m. on October 31st. But when she woke up, she said Alexis was not there. The police found Alexis' keys inside of this apartment in her charger, and there was a deadbolt lock on the door intact. Jordan is claiming that when she woke up, Alexis wasn't there. Okay, so how the heck would she vanish and disappear and take her ID in her pocketbook? Make it make sense, because it don't. So let's talk about the guy. The boyfriend of Jordan. His name is Baron Brantley. 21 years old, has some priors. Accused of abusing children, cruelty to family members, robbery, stealing things, So he already has a history of a temper and being a wannabe outlaw. Baron Brantley has been charged with the murder of 21-year-old Alexis Crawford, according to Fulton County court records. Jordan Jones, 21, was Crawford's college roommate and is also a suspect. Brantley, also 21, and Jones are in a remote romantic relationship. So she has the nerve, Jordan. This is her Twitter, I'm thinking, or Instagram. This is what she says. Thank you to everyone that isn't being negative in my DMs. This is obviously a difficult time for me right now, and I just feel... So it's cut off right there. But this is actually her quote. Knowing she is a part of murdering her roommate, she's, of course, trying to give an alibi, just to look not like she's not guilty. But as you can see, she's been arrested today, alongside Baron Brantley. He has also been charged with the murder of 21-year-old Alexis Crawford. So Alexis wasn't comfortable sleeping in her bed. Since October 26, she had been sleeping in the living room. Later, it was determined Jordan's boyfriend, Baron Brantley, touched and kissed her while she blacked out. She was naked, disrobed, and Alexis filed a police report, which happened prior to her murder, of course. However, that incident when he touched her and she was blacked out, she was in the bathroom. She woke up and she saw that she was disrobed, and I imagine that she felt like she'd been touched. I imagine that she felt that way. She had actually went to the hospital and had a rape kit done. And we don't have all the details yet, but I also imagine that she's made complaints to Jordan in some way or the other. She's probably said things. I mean, she's in the living room. I'm sure that this is probably an ongoing thing for her to go and file a police report. I imagine that this wasn't the first time that he fondled her or tried to come on to her, because he's already said to touch things without them being his, things that don't belong to him, hence robbery. Here is the actual photos of Alexis Crawford at the liquor store. Since Jordan is claiming that Alexis was dropped off at the liquor store and she last saw her at 12:30 a.m. But that wasn't true, because the bolt was inside the door, and when she woke up, she said the lock was on. I imagine that this happened after the liquor store. After she took her to the liquor store and they were on their way back, I'm thinking that that's when this murder took place. I'm thinking that Baron got really upset because he found out that charges was pressed. Perhaps it's possible that he tried to fondle her. They might have even planned it, Jordan, and Baron may have even planned it and got really upset because that police report had gone out. Plus, they said that Baron had warrants on him. He's had priors. So perhaps his fears crept in as well as his anger. So you got to be careful. These are university college students. They had dreams and goals, beautiful, beautiful people. And over what? This happened over what? Somebody that had an issue and couldn't keep his hands to himself, like 21 years old, decided to take out a life. This guy, Baron Brantley, was an aspiring artist. He wanted to be, I guess, a rapper. And it, to me, just like a little punk. Like, he just wanted to be a thug. And it ended up putting him in jail for life and him taking out a life. Because he was, look how scrawny he is. But he had an issue. And it was a bold move, very, very brave of Alexis Crawford to report what he had done to her. She felt very violated. And like I said, I imagine this may not have been the first time he put his hands on her. That's just what I'm thinking. So you just got to be careful, because look at what they are facing now. Murder. These people are arrested. As of today, November 9th, arrested. So their futures, they're over. It's over. They always are going to have this past. She linked up with this guy who took her out, messed her life up. And I would think that he probably put his hands on her as well. He may have put his hands on Jordan. So you got to be careful about who you connect yourselves with, and make sure that when you're not with your parents or people that love you, or just your family, that you prayed up and you just keep yourself as safe as you can. Peace.